Today we have Dr. Sandra McGuire. She is the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Learning, Teaching, and Retention here at LSU, and she's with us to share her expertise on building great relationships with professors. So welcome, Dr. McGuire.
Thank you, Hunter. It's great to be here.
Well, and with all your knowledge, I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say and your suggestions on building these great relationships. So first of all, why is it important that students take the initiative to meet with their professors?
That's a great question, Hunter. It's true that one of the most important components of having a successful college career is having great relationships with your faculty. In fact, it's as important as making great grades that reflect your true ability.
So building relationships is that important. Why is that?
Well, several reasons. First of all, at some point, all students are going to need a letter of recommendation, whether it's for graduate school, a professional school, or for a job. And it's important to get to know faculty who will be able to write those great letters of recommendation because they'll know you as an individual and can talk to your specific qualities as a student. And another reason to get to know your professors is if you encounter an emergency situation, for example, you might have to miss class, or heaven forbid, you might even have to miss an exam. And if you've already built a relationship with the faculty member, when those emergency situations arise, you're much more likely to be able to get the special consideration that you'll need in that circumstance.
Absolutely. I've actually had an emergency situation come up before where because I knew my Organic 1 professor, I was able to take my first exam early. And actually through SI, I've had the opportunity to work with Dr. Cook, and she has been a tremendous resource for me.
Great. Well, that's another great tip for students because instructors really are your best resource for doing well in your courses. After all, they write the tests, they know what they're expecting you to know, and if you start going to office hours very early within the first couple of weeks of class and continue going throughout the semester, then you're going to really reap great benefits. And if the course offers supplemental instruction, that's another great resource, as you very well know.
Well, yes, I do. So what suggestions do you have for students who may be a little apprehensive or nervous about talking with their professors? They're not exactly sure how to build that relationship.
Absolutely. I've encountered many students who really almost seem to be afraid of talking to a professor, but you build great relationships with faculty the same way you'd build a great relationship with anyone, and that is through mutual trust and respect. And one of the best ways to show professors that you are respecting them is to show interest in the course and really put forth your best effort to do the work.
Exactly. Do you have any other tips on building that great relationship?
Absolutely. One is to show that you're enthusiastic about the course. Professors love to teach students who are interested in the course material and who are sitting up front, so we recommend that you sit as close to the front as possible. You respond to the faculty member, you answer questions when they ask those questions, and please try not to be late at all, and stay off Facebook and avoid texting in class because believe it or not, faculty can tell when students are engaged in those distracting behaviors. But if you are attentive and enthusiastic, that's a great way to show respect. And the other way is to show that you're really focused more on learning the material rather than just focused on getting an A in the course or getting the grade. If you really want to understand the material and you go and you talk with the professor about the material in office hours, that's a great way to show them that you respect not only the course, but you respect them as a faculty member.
Yeah, and professors can also write great recommendations as well.
Absolutely, because one of the things is if you go to get clarification on the material, then in the letter of recommendation, they can indicate that you are a very serious scholar who is interested in learning, and that's very helpful when they're writing those letters of recommendation. Now, some students go to office hours just to kind of discuss grades or complain about grades or about the course material, and that's not what you want to do in office hours. I mean, it's fine to talk about grades if you have a question, but certainly don't make that the subject of every office hour visit.
Exactly, and thank you for sharing those tips. So what would you like to leave with us today? Are there any final thoughts or final words of encouragement?
Well, I think the take-home lesson here is if you're very serious about the course and if you spend enough time with the material, you're really going to be a cut above the average. And this will give professors the information, the material they need to write a really great letter of recommendation. And so beginning now, beginning at the beginning of the semester, it's important that students show that respect for the course and for the faculty member, start building that great relationship, because it's going to really pay off big time. Most faculty are teaching because they love working with students. They love interacting with students. And so when students really give them the chance to do what they love best, they really appreciate that, and they respond very well to it. So start meeting very regularly with those professors, and you'll be very glad you did.
Well, and thank you for coming in, Dr. McGuire. This is great information that I know will benefit students here at LSU. And for more information, please visit our website.